Thanks for watching ERi-TV, dear viewers. Welcome to our news broadcast. First, a quick look at the major headlines. "16 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today." Seminar conducted in Amhara on conservation of cultural heritage. Iran keen to reach agreement at nuclear talks in Vienna. U.S. COVID-19 cases surpasses 52.25 million. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. 16 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today at testing stations in the central and northern Red Sea regions. Out of these, 15 patients are from testing stations in Asmara, Central Region. One patient is from testing station in Ginda, Northern Red Sea Region. On the other hand, 3 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the Central Region have recovered fully and have been discharged from these facilities. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 7,661, while the number of deaths stands at 73. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 7,902. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 27 December 2021. The Culture and Sports Department in the Southern Region, in cooperation with the Archaeology Department of the Commission of Culture and Sports, organized a seminar focusing on conservation and research of cultural heritage. The seminar that was conducted in Amhara on 22 and 23 December was attended by experts from concerned government institutions. Indicating that the Southern Region is rich in archaeological and historical sites that are yet to be discovered, Dr. Tsagay Medin, head of archaeology at the Commission of Culture and Sports, called for reinforced participation of concerned institutions and the public in the effort to identify and document the heritage in the region. Dr. Tsagay also said that the country's folklore's diversity, heritage, ancient buildings, as well as historical and cultural heritage have significant contribution in the economic development of the country. Pointing out that ancient buildings are part of the country's heritage, engineer Medhania Takhla Mariam, head of Asmara Heritage Project, called for proper identification and documentation of the ancient buildings in the Southern Region, and especially that of the Amhara. The participants on their part adopted various recommendations, including for the integrated effort to save the cultural and heritage and ancient heritage from damage by man-made and natural calamities. The National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in Barantu organized 3 months training on computer technology to 35 youth in the subzone. At the graduation event conducted on the 22nd of December, Mr. Abdul Wahab Suleiman, head of the union branch, said that the training program was part of the effort being conducted to upgrade the capacity of the youth in the subzone and called on the trainees to take advantage of the training in improving their livelihoods. Mr. Mark Oscar Mazion, head of the organizational affairs at the union branch, also called on government institutions and the public to provide employment opportunities to the youth that have the opportunity of participating in various vocational training programs. Mr. Mahmoud Ali Jabra, secretary of the PFDJ in the Gashbarka region, on his part, called on the trainees to take advantage of the training they were provided and upgrade their skill through practice. The trainees on their part expressed appreciation for the training opportunity they were provided with and readiness to develop their capacity through practice. Those are domestic news. Please stay tuned for the international right after the short break. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Saeed Khalibzadeh said today the country wanted to reach an agreement at the first opportunity at nuclear talks that resumed in Austria. A source said Iran's delegation would stay in Vienna for as long as is needed. Negotiations with world powers to salvage Iran's 2015 nuclear accord, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, the JCPOA, have resumed in Vienna today. Iranian media quoted Foreign Minister Hossein Abdul Rahim as saying that the main focus of the talks will be the lifting of all U.S. sanctions in a verifiable process that guarantees Tehran's unhindered ability to export its oil, Iran's foreign ministry said. In 2018, then U.S. President Donald Trump withdrew from the JCPOA and reimposed stringent economic sanctions against Tehran, which responded a year later by resuming and then accelerating its enrichment of uranium, a potential pathway to nuclear weapons. Nearly 3/4 of new COVID-19 cases confirmed in the U.S. so far have been infected with the Omicron variant, and Omicron cases account for as much as 90% of the total in parts of the East Coast. The cumulative total of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the United States has exceeded 52.25 million as of today, with the death toll surpassing 816,500, according to the Center for Systems Science and Engineering at Johns Hopkins University. Specifically, the country's case count rose to over 52 million, while the death toll reached a little over 800,000, and about 5 million doses of vaccines have been administered in the country, according to the CSSE tally. Anthony Fauci said the daily number of new cases of COVID-19 in the U.S. is expected to continue to climb for some time as the more contagious Omicron variant spreads in the country. He also said that mild clinical symptoms of infections with the Omicron variant masked its severity to some extent, making it easier to spread. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, only 61.7% of the U.S. population is fully vaccinated against COVID-19, and the vast majority of U.S. citizens have not increased their willingness to receive vaccination despite the spread of Omicron variant. Now please stay tuned for the recap of tonight's headlines. 16 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out. Seminar conducted in the Gamhara on conservation of cultural heritage. Iran keen to reach agreement at nuclear talks in Vienna. U.S. COVID-19 cases surpassed 52.25 million. And that was our news for tonight, dear viewers. It is good night from us.